ask me now if I do or don't like something.
50 Randy Quaids.
Fuck machines out of order. Fuck yourself and save a quarter.
50 Randy Quaids.
And then he's talking about kicking people in the cunt.
We watch movies so you don't have to.
Welcome to 50 Randy Quaid. I am your host, Chuck Banner, and with me, my co-host as always,
Tater Ricardo, homies.
J Biggs.
Big Tom Meeks.
oh yeah, we have a new guest. So we watched Run Ronnie Run, and if you have any questions, comments, or review requests, you can contact us on our Facebook page. Tweet us at 50randyquaids, or email us at 50randyquaids@gmail, and we'll talk about it on our next show. Are you excited for Jurassic World? We are too. Win a ticket to come see Jurassic World with the 50 Randy Quaids crew and be a guest on episode 9 when we go Jurassic. Go to 50randyquaids.wordpress.com for more details. Good luck, Star Whackers.
How do you feel about, are you excited about Jurassic World?
Oh, I'm so excited, dude.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
me too.
epic.
I cannot wait to see Jurassic World. I mean, Chris Pratt is gonna fucking kill it.
Jeff Goldblum.
Is he gonna be in it? Oh my
If
god.
Jeff Goldblum is in this fucking movie, oh my
yeah.
god, because he was in Run Ronnie Run, and spoiler alert, there are going to be spoiler alerts all over this fucking movie review. Like little gay breadcrumbs.
Thinking about Jeff Goldblum being in Jurassic World just made my pants tight.
Oh god. Alright, so some basic knowledge on this movie. The tagline is From Doing Time to Prime Time. This is a comedy, and this didn't have a theatrical release, because it went straight to DVD in 2003. And everything else, yeah, we basically could not find, because it's not available on the interweb, or at least I couldn't find it when I was looking for it. So, there you go.
It's a spinoff of the Mr. Show, show that was on HBO for a while with David Cross and Bob Odenkirk. So they took one of their characters from the show and made a movie out of it, like SNL does all the time.
Alright, so David Cross, Bob Odenkirk, also known as Saul Goodman, Scott Uckerman, BJ Porter, and Brian Posehn.
Posehn.
Posehn, alright.
That sounds like a dish you would order at like a Canadian restaurant. I'll have the duck posane, please.
Well, I'm sorry, Brian Posehn, that I just butchered the shit out of your name, but I'm not necessarily good at saying people's fucking
You're not really good at Chuck.
fuck you.
Pyongyang.
Yeah, I definitely fucked that up in the interview.
Nice. I kept trying to tell him. I was like, come on, man. And he just slaughtered it.
Alright, so Troy Miller was the director of this movie, and from what I was reading, Bob Odenkirk really fucking hates that guy.
Troy Miller?
Yeah, just said that he butchered their work and was super pissed.
Oh, really? For those of you that don't know, Bob Odenkirk's best known for, other than Mr. Show, Saul Goodman on Breaking Bad, and also Better Call Saul.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend watching Breaking Bad. Alright, so there's a couple of stars in this movie. Obviously, David Cross and Bob Odenkirk, they play Ronnie Dobbs and Terry. And then there's Jill Talley, who played Tammy, and David Koechner, who played Clay, and he kept on getting progressively fucked up through this entire movie.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, yeah. He started out on crutches and ended in an iron lung.
Yeah.
And he always said, well, it's okay, Ronnie, I was drunk too.
It was my fault.
Alright, so you can watch Run Ronnie Run on Netflix, straight to DVD, Amazon, Vudu, which we watched that on Vudu. The PlayStation Store, Microsoft Store, and YouTube also has it for free. So I don't know why we didn't just watch it for free on fucking YouTube when we didn't even watch it in fucking HD.
It's more fun to pay for it.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah.
No Amazon Prime?
Yeah, it's on Amazon. So now we're just gonna have a brief description of this entire movie brought to you by... If you vape and want a killer deal, go to shyviceejuice.com for 50 milliliters for $15. Great tasting and choose your own nicotine levels. Top sellers include Fruit Ciceros, Cabrini Green Apple, and Wild Berry Skits.
Remember, for the best vape around, go to shyviceejuice.com.
Alright, so basically, Ronnie Dobbs, who's played by David Cross, seems to have a special talent for getting arrested. I mean, he gets arrested all the time. He ends up on a show called Fuzz, which is basically, spoof of cops. Bob Odenkirk's character, Terry Tilstein, I think that's it. Some British dude, freaking movie.
Who actually does not have a fucking accent. It is fake. He claims that it's fake while wasted floating up.
He was born without an accent.
There's nothing sadder than a British guy born without an accent.
Oh, and yeah, they never bring this joke back. And it makes no fucking sense.
Well, anyway, Terry Tilstein finds a way to turn Ronnie Dobbs' penchant for getting arrested into a TV show. Pretty much making him the #1 celebrity in America, the best TV show around. He gets 1 million fans. Pretty similar to Joe Dirt, honestly.
Very much so.
Fuck Joe Dirt. Fuck this movie. I want to see Joe Dirt too.
Yes. Yes. I pretty much agree with everything you just said.
I got a clip to prove that. So basically this movie starts out with this glorious scene of David Cross waking up in a car and he pees into a mason jar and spills it all over the car. How do you feel about this pee scene, Chuck?
Well, it has to open up probably the worst way it could open up for me because there's a fucking pee scene right out the gates. Yeah, he's in a car and it's humorous, and it turns out it's not even his fucking car because the guy's shouting, "Hey, get out of my car, Roddy!" Roddy's all like, "Sorry, man, I thought it was mine."
The mason
Are you
jar
fucking
falls.
kidding me? The mason jar falls. I'm just like, God damn it! They're opening with a fucking pee scene.
Just for you, Chuck, we're gonna put a completely pointless pee scene into this episode of 50 Randy Quaids.
I bet you
just
will.
for you.
I bet you will. Fucking cockroach. Oh, so getting back to the Vudu thing and how we watched this on Vudu, in their description for the movie, it says, and I quote, "It is the story of Ronwell Quincy Dobbs, David Cross, who has a unique talent for getting arrest."
Well, what do you expect? They wrote it in chicken bone.
It's fucking out there for people to see, and they're not even spell checking their own shit.
They also called it heartwarming.
Yeah. This was not heartwarming.
It's heartwarming.
So what did you think about this movie, Tom?
Enjoyable from start to finish. I really liked it. Corny and dry humor, carried it from start to finish, that's for sure. But that's kind of my style. I really enjoy that kind of stuff.
You know, they were losing me in the very beginning when there was a pee scene, but then they kind of slowly brought me back in with all this stupid, crazy shit that Ronnie's doing, and then they throw Sarah Silverman at you, and it's 2003 Sarah Silverman, or like even earlier than that, so she is fucking
Hold
banging.
on.
Uh-oh.
I love you, Sarah Silverman. I don't know how many times I can say this.
Where's the piano?
I want your beautiful Jewish face all up licking my anus. Just saying.
And kind of like this podcast, this movie was all over the fucking place.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know. It was insane. I mean, there was parts that made you really uncomfortable. There were parts that had you fucking dying, and then there was parts that had you going,
What the fuck?
what the fuck was that for?
You know, I kind of like this as you know, Chuck. I find it really hard to pay attention to movies, which is really weird 'cause I'm doing a movie review podcast. But you know, the sporadicness, I think they just kind of kept the sketch comedy from Mr. Show in there, but the sporadicness allowed me to keep paying attention to it.
Yeah, that's part of what I fucking hated. I mean, I wish there was, I mean, this is a movie, it's not a sketch comedy. I understand that they're taking it from a sketch comedy in Mr. Show, but random music videos, like, as much as it's funny to see Jack Black talking about kicking people in their cunts, it's totally unnecessary.
With a cartoon squirrel.
Yeah, and like we were saying earlier about the guy with the fucking accent, why even bring it up if you're not going to do anything with it in the fucking movie? Like, have him start talking without the accent. He never talks without the accent, even when he says, "I was born without an accent, but I still just have to talk like this because I'm a fucking jack."
By the way, I just want to say that scene with Jack Black with the cartoon squirrel and just another kick in the cunt. Best scene in the whole movie. I love that scene. I YouTube that clip. I saw this movie for the first time about 10 years ago, and I pretty much chose this movie because of that. I've YouTubed that clip probably once a month for 10 years.
That's fucking ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Or the other random fucking music video where it's him and the chick from the beer cutout earlier in the movie.
Nikki
and,
Cox?
Yeah, Nikki Cox. And
3 times 1
yeah,
minus 1.
3 times 1 minus 1. And it's like, what the fuck? This song
Featuring
is
Kayla and Ronnie's
ridiculous.
productions.
Oh my god, dude. I was just like, what the fuck? And it wasn't just like 10 seconds. This was like a 3-minute fucking music
It was
video.
the whole song.
It's the whole song, yeah.
That's gonna be my ringtone.
Yeah, I hope it is.
I wanna put my penis in your vagina.
There's just so many things about this movie that I didn't like,
Yeah.
but it was still funny. The first like third of the movie was really good after the pee scene. And then it just goes into this super fucking weird plot twist where, like, this guy becomes governor of the home state of Ronnie. And he's all like, oh, I'm just gonna arrest you for no fucking reason and then put you on death row because I'm fucking crazy.
Roscoe P. Coltrane.
That was just fucking...
That's the same guy who played Roscoe in the Dukes of Hazzard movie. It's pretty
Oh, the
funny.
guy that's sheriff that becomes the governor?
Yeah.
I like his black hat when he becomes a governor. You know he's the bad guy because he's wearing a black hat.
Oh, God. So is there anything that you didn't understand or like about this movie?
I didn't really like a whole lot of it. Some of the comedy was good. The best parts was, for me, was the soundtrack and the countless cameos.
No, what did you not like?
What do I not like about it? I didn't like anything about it. Or I didn't like everything.
You liked
You
the
didn't-
cameos, obviously, because you
didn't-
just said that.
You didn't not like...
The only
Like
thing I
everything.
liked was the soundtrack and the cameo. Everything else, I didn't really care
The
about.
soundtrack was just hick rock.
It was awesome. The best part of the movie.
What are you, like,
It's the
living...
only thing keeping me through. I was like, oh, another good song. Sweet.
What? Did you, like, live in the South or something?
I did.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Carry on.
What didn't you like about this movie, Tom? Or is there anything that you didn't like about this movie?
Well, for a movie filled with one-liners and corny jokes, and we keep coming back to it, I was off-put by all the music videos. I did enjoy the Jack Black music video, but it was just oddly placed because it was cut in.
Yeah.
It was not Clay the narrator, but the older man who describes the film, talked about the 17 swear words.
Oh, we didn't even talk about that guy.
Yeah,
There's a fucking, like, pre-movie narration of this movie. And then there's also, like, the middle of the movie, he goes, oh, we're gonna cut this part out because it wasn't good enough. Or it was too bad for the movie. But then we're gonna play this part that was cut from a kid's movie. What? And then he's talking about kicking people in the cunts?
That's crazy.
So what did you really like about the movie then? I mean, other than the fucking Jack Black talking about kicking cunts.
To be honest, one of my favorite parts of the movie was the Kung Fu redemption by the little kid at the end.
That was pretty funny.
It's great because it was kind of bringing back all the video game
Well,
playing.
yeah, what's great about it is that he proved his dad wrong.
Yeah.
His dad was yelling at him for playing video games at the beginning.
never
Turns
learn
out at the
anything.
end that the video game taught him how to kick the crap out of all these cannibals.
Right.
So the lesson learned here is play video games.
Learn how to kick ass.
Cannibals, we didn't even mention that yet.
Oh god, yeah.
That-
Cannibals? Where,
well-
how did we forget
It had,
to
the,
mention?
it had the cameo with Arlie Ermy from Full Metal Jacket in there. I
Yeah.
love that guy.
Oh,
Who
and
doesn't love that guy?
he's from Saving Silverman,
Yeah.
which brings
Yeah.
us back to Sarah Silverman being in Saving Silverman. We love you, Sarah.
I love
Come
you,
on our
Sarah.
show.
Come on, Mackie.
I knew that was coming. I knew it.
I thought it was too easy, but I had to set you up.
I'll take it.
That was perfect. That was perfect.
Rick, obviously there's things you loved about this movie.
I love everything. I mean, it's just.
Wait. Tater, obviously there's things you like about this movie.
I love everything. It's just a whole bunch of non sequitur humor. I love that word, by the way. I think I said that on the last podcast. Everything just had me giggling or laughing. Just so many little jokes that you don't even pick up on unless you're really paying attention to big jokes big visual gags and slapstick. I mean, it touches every base as far as comedy goes, I think.
What do you ask me now? If I do or don't like something? You got me confused, bro. Dunk.
So what's the thing that you like the most about this movie?
What I like the most? Soundtrack and cameos.
You fucking God, you don't have
That's it.
any any
I didn't like
elaboration
it.
on anything.
All I liked was the epic soundtrack and the endless cameos.
All right, so
I feel like the cameos is what made the movie. If
there
you took
was,
all
like-
the cameos out, the movie would be worthless.
so there's one thing that really had me fucking not irritated, but kind of perplexed and was just like, this is fucking awful. Was when Ronnie Dobbs is talking to this little Asian kid in wheelchairs. You fucking piece of shit.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
So he's fucking just laying into this little kid who's got this disease apparently where his feet are huge. I don't know if this is real or not, but the part that annoyed me was they dubbed the voice of this fucking kid.
Because he was Asian. You're just mad because they made fun of you.
I was not in this movie.
They would have dubbed you if you were. It would have been.
They probably would have tried to, and I'd been like, dude, I can speak fucking English perfectly fine.
Well,
Just because I am Asian doesn't mean I can't speak the fucking English, motherfucker.
oh no, Godzilla!
It's not like I'm like, oh, yeah. Oh, all the time. We love you long time. Oh, I'm a review movie for you, guy. Yeah, it's me, Chuck Banner. Oh.
For the record, I think from here on out, the 50 Randy Quaids, you should just do it like that.
I don't think I'd be able to get through it all the way.
That's what she said.
I don't
I fucking hate that part of this movie. Jesus, just let that fucking kid talk.
And if you watch his lips, he's speaking English.
He
and
totally
it's
is.
still dumb.
Ah, fucking Jesus.
Oh.
Alright, but there was a couple of really fucking great one-liners. And so some of the best things for me was, don't flip the bitch switch. That water tower had it, that water tower was asking for it, and not, I'm coming all over you here.
That was a really funny scene where Terry Tilstein was trying to convince Ronnie to make the show, and the whole thing was just him like,
Oh my god, gay innuendos all over the place.
that was really funny.
Breadcrumbs.
What about the gay conspiracy?
Oh yeah, with David Putty.
Yes.
David Putty from Seinfeld is the head of the gay conspiracy, and they talk about skin flutes and Team Ramrod.
Yes.
He totally
They didn't
says
go-
Ramrod.
They didn't go much into that after.
No, they didn't go into it at all afterwards.
another sketch.
It just
Just cut it out.
completely
It was
died
just another
off.
sketch.
Yeah,
And
it
I
was just
wanted
another
more
sketch.
David Putty, and I wasn't getting any more David Putty. I thought Elaine was going to come around the batting order again. But something that was awesome too, Jeff Goldblum is, I want my money back.
I want angels to bring it to me.
And I want little elves to sleep at the bottom of my bed. But most of all, I want my money back.
And then the guy shakes his head. And you, Ronnie.
What do you want most? Oh god. Alright, so now we're gonna run. So now we're gonna rate Run Ronnie Run
Say that
on
10
a
times.
1 to 50 Randy Quaid scale. 1 would be the worst, 50 is the greatest. Obviously those two choices could be The Breakfast Club, Back to the Future, just to name a few. That was
Sorry.
ridiculous.
That was a really fake laugh. I'm never
Alright.
gonna do that again, I promise.
So IMDb
Fire.
gives this rating a 32 Randy Quaids, and that's basically breaking down to a 6.4 out of 10. So how many Randy Quaids are you going to give this, J Biggs?
20. 20 Randy Quaid. Didn't like the movie. The only
Wow,
reason I got
that's-
20 was for the soundtrack and the cameo.
Wait, I'm supposed to go before him, so he could say that everything I said is right.
Well, we're switching
Everything
it up
you're
this
gonna
time.
say is wrong. I didn't like this movie. 20
That's why
Randy
we're
Quaid.
switching it up. Tom, how about you? How many Randy Quaids?
Well, being the first film I'm rating, I have to give it 34.5 RQs.
Point
Boom.
five.
Point
I
five.
like the point five.
Going that extra little mile.
I'm gonna start throwing points in mine. I'm stealing your shit.
0.3, 0.9.
Stealing your
Taylor?
thunder.
Well, I was originally gonna give this 35 Randy Quaids, but I'm giving it 35.1 Randy Quaids. in honor of Tom here. I love this movie. I chose this movie. I've been wanting to review this movie since we started this fucking podcast. It's just
And
funny.
instead, we watched The Counselor.
Yeah, come on, The Counselor. I love David Cross. I've loved Bob Odenkirk. Mr. Show was one of my favorite shows. It's such a good movie. So I'm giving it 35. Which
Alright.
is the highest rating I've given a movie this far.
I don't know, we can look that up. I'm gonna give this movie a 26. I thought it was right down the middle, bearable, funny spots. I would recommend someone see it, but I would say don't get too psyched up for it, because I might have gotten too psyched up for it when I was doing the research on when it came out and everything like that. I was like, oh, this is gonna be a really good movie, and then it turns out to be kind of ridiculous. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 26 Randy Quaids. So we have 2 review requests. From @Wolfman Jr. via Twitter, he votes for 9 Dead. And from Dan McMahon via Facebook, Zizix Road.
Say that again?
Zizix Road.
Say it 10 times.
Fuck you.
You can do it.
So we're gonna watch and review those movies for episodes 11 and 12. You can like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Twitter, and download us on any podcast player.
You can contact us via
No,
not
you can't.
the streaming service like actual Voodoo. Like you have to like drink chicken's blood and we'll talk to you.
Sure, or you can just email us.
I recommend the chicken's blood. Just saying.
I recommend the email. It's probably going to get to us. I don't know if we're going to respond to you via chicken blood. Maybe Tater will.
Oh, I will.
So you can also check out our website, 50randyquaids.wordpress.com, and that's where you can exclusively check out the 3 miniseries for Jurassic World. Do you want to have your own podcast? How about a YouTube show? Why don't you email us at spudcastmedia@gmail.com to find out more. Next time on 50 Randy Quaid, we're going to be watching Outcast. That's right, it stars Nick Cage as a fucking knight. So why don't you watch it and come listen to us on May 18th when we talk Cage. Until next time, we watch movies so you don't have to. Peace out.
This has been 50 Randy Quaids, brought to you by Spudcast Productions, starring Chuck Banner, produced by Tater Ricardo and recorded at J and Jug Studios.